I really don't want to touch this. Or this. Should I be wearing gloves? Am I too close? Whoops, nope, not gonna go in there. Was that a cough? Did I just touch my face? Why do I feel like I have to touch my face all the time? A lot of us are unsure how to handle being outside during the corona crisis and are afraid we might carry the virus back home. So I asked 3 infectious disease specialists and a public health expert how to minimize the risk of the coronavirus coming into our homes.
If you go into the grocery store, get in, get out. Have that list at hand. Aerosols can take a long time to dissipate. So even if somebody's not around you at that time, they may have been in there 5 minutes before you and they've coughed.
Reducing the number of people going shopping from your household is also a good idea.
Only one person goes to get the groceries every time.
I have been trying to be the one to go and do these difficult or dangerous tasks, I guess, because I feel that my mom is the most vulnerable among us, being over 60, having asthma, and being immunocompromised and suppressed.
Choosing the healthiest person in your household and having only them shop for everybody would also reduce the queues people are experiencing worldwide.
Assume that all of the surfaces are equally contaminated and think about them being kind of covered in wet paint.
And I try to be as conscious as possible as to where my hands have been and what they've been in touch with. If I handle, let's say, something off a shelf, I make a mental note that my right hand is now potentially contaminated.
If I can, I make contactless payments. If I need to touch something, I do it with my knuckles.
The phone is something that we are so used to touch continuously that we don't consider as a surface. You know, it's sort of an extension of our hands. Be careful with your phone. There's many ways you can wipe it. You can use mild disinfectants and so on. It's not really protecting it a lot yourself.
Wearing a mask helps prevent you from potentially infecting another person if you might by chance be asymptomatically infected.
Homemade masks are better than nothing. Be careful when you take them out. You don't have to touch the outer surface, only the inside one, and possibly wash them at high temperature.
Full disclosure, I didn't have one, but after I talked to the experts, I decided to buy one. What about gloves?
The gloves thing, I think on balance are a good idea, but not for the reason that people think. The virus doesn't jump through your skin, so it's not like having gloves keeps the virus out of your blood or something like that. That's not the mechanism of entry. When you have gloves on, it feels weird to be touching your face.
When I go to supermarkets, I put the gloves on because I think I'm more aware, I'm more conscious about
Where your hands go.
where my hands go after, because I'm a nail biter.
But there are downsides to gloves as well.
You need to be able to take them off properly. Otherwise, you contaminate yourself with the contaminated gloves. The other thing you have to be careful about is that you feel safer with the gloves and you tend to touch more things.
There have been studies on how long the virus can survive on different surfaces. And surfaces, of course, also means the coat you wore outside, the groceries you just bought, or the mail that arrived.
The more you can kind of keep the things that could be contaminated in a safe space, that's definitely a good idea.
First, I leave the shoes and outerwear directly by the door. General good advice seems to be designate a hot zone. That's an area where you bring in and you store the groceries that you just bought.
I will show you for now, so you can see everything is labeled with the date.
The mail is handled by fewer people, so it's less risky. But you can do the same with it as well. Wait a few days and the virus will not survive. I might want to use some groceries right away. I always wash the fruit and veggies especially long. But everybody we talk to handles the other groceries differently.
He washes them with dishwashing liquid.
I've started sometimes washing them.
We have to wash each and every product that I have got from outside, everything.
I sanitize the best that I can with warm water or with disinfectant.
But the experts I talked to agree, disinfecting surfaces after shopping and also washing your hands is a good idea. Luckily, I'm not in the high-risk group and I don't come into regular contact with people who are. If your situation is different, maybe opting for the more cautious measures is advisable. But of course, and every one of the experts told us this, the basics are the most important. Keep your distance, don't touch your face, and wash your hands frequently and properly. But in a lot of places, even those basic rules are very hard to follow.
The wet markets cannot be regulated very well, and since the stalls are very close to each other, the social distance has not been implemented well. So it poses a lot of great danger.
It's quite challenging, especially where I live. We would understand that people are not so economically strong. To the best of our abilities, we try to make sure that whatever item we are getting is safe.
The theoretical possibilities are almost infinite, but we need to balance what is reasonable and makes our life bearable and what is risky.
Just thinking about the most likely things that are going to happen. Otherwise, we're going to drive ourselves crazy.
I'm already so overwhelmed with worrying. I don't want to overwhelm myself with every possible precaution.
For my part, I will wear my new mask, stick to my hot zone and go shopping more efficiently. And I'll try to worry less.